What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with not Chasing Cinema this week, but instead we got my boy Mr. Dallas Isbell.
Mr. James Shue. That's what he says, right?
Yeah, it is. Alright, so we, as you know, this is our review for Blade Runner 2049. Have you ever seen the original?
I haven't.
Neither have I. I had a chance to watch it yesterday. I watched it for 35 minutes and then I just couldn't get through. I just turned it off.
It is an older one.
Yes.
So.
And I don't do well with old movies. But we just got out of this. Your first impressions, what you think? Good, bad? Tell all to us.
I would want to see this in the Dolby Theater because the score of this movie really is probably my favorite thing about it. Just the sound effects that they have and the monumental just moments. Really, I think the Dolby Theater would have really made those impactful. But other than that, you know, the movie was just kind of okay to me. Like, it was... There were no, like, big moments for me. I didn't really feel, like, back in my seat. I felt like I could have taken a little nap and then woken back up and still been okay with what was going on. I liked it. It was good. The acting was good. The pace was good for a 3-hour movie. But it's just... it didn't land for me. What about you?
I'm gonna say basically the same thing. The score was amazing. It was Hans Zimmer also?
I believe so.
I want to say it was Hans Zimmer. So the score, whoever did it though, the score, I think it is, and we'll look it up in a minute. The score was awesome. Robin Wright was awesome. Harrison Ford, he has his name on the poster, but he's really only in it the last 20?
I'd say 20, yeah.
Yeah, the last 20 minutes of the movie. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but sorry if it is. And then Ryan Gosling, great, it's fine.
Yeah.
Great, good acting. Who was his robotic girlfriend? Do you know who that actress is?
I want to say it was Alicia Vikander, but
No, I don't think that was. No, but she was beautiful.
Yeah, I get her and this girl mixed up. I've seen her and I've mixed them up because I think they look similar. But
well, she was beautiful for sure. And yeah, I mean, in the movie, and we talked about it earlier before we started rolling, it's a really slow burn.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think what you said at the best, there wasn't anything that really just like, boom, was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they kind of just eased you into it. It was like, hey, there's this big moment, but it's not shocking at all. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then they just kind of ease you out of it. And then the next like big moment, like when we first see, you know, Han Solo, it's we hear his voice first. And so you're like, oh, okay, there he is. Instead of like seeing him right there and there being this, you know, epic, you know, confrontation, it's just not there. It's just, hey, what are you doing here? And then gunfight, kind of. He falls, you know. So I don't know. It's just I didn't get any really powerful moments throughout it. Like the story was kind of flat for me. It's interesting. Like there were moments where I was like, oh, do this, and then he would do it. But it just kind of there.
I thought the movie was shot beautifully though.
Yeah.
And I thought the cinematography is amazing. And
yes,
a lot of amazing, beautiful visuals.
Definitely. You know, the way they take the future and, you know, make it this... in the way that they did, really using holographs and, you know...
I like the merging of the two girls.
Yeah.
That was such an interesting concept.
That was really cool. Yeah. The way that they blended them together and the way that they... you know, used I don't know, the holograms is the best way to do it, but, you know, we saw Coca-Cola, we saw Sony, we saw... Atari, yeah, which...
Pan Am.
Yeah, there's so many different nuances to things that we see nowadays, but they were in a holographic form, so that was really cool to see that and, you know, think, oh, maybe, you know, one day we could get some kind of...
that ballerina dancing the whole time?
That was really neat. You know, that's something that I think is kind of jarring, though, to think of it in real implementation, like you're driving down the street and then this just leg comes out.
That's what Brian Robinson said, yeah.
Yeah, that would be really interesting to see. And then, you know, they were super affluent about the, you know, girls being naked everywhere and stuff like that, which, you know, obviously doesn't fit in our society right now. So that was kind of cool to see just how, I don't know if it's apocalyptic moment or something. Again, I didn't see the one back then, so I don't know exactly where, you know, what went wrong, whether it was a geostorm or whatever. But seeing it as it is was just kind of, it was really interesting because it was dark and gloomy, but yet colorful with all the neon lights. So it's kind of like Vegas, and so that was really neat.
I thought it was interesting too how they said a lot of the interviews was like, oh, Jared Leto filmed every scene actually blind. But in my head, after now that I've seen the movie, he was only in 2 scenes.
Yeah,
and I don't, you know.
He also disappears.
Yeah, and then I asked you at the end of it, like, so where did he go? And I don't know. Who knows? I don't.
Yeah, you know, that was the thing is they made him out to look like he was going to be this big bad.
The big bad, yeah.
And they supplemented his right hand to be the big bad, but even then it wasn't a big bad; it was just a bad. So that was another thing. The climactic moment where they have to they have the altercation with her. It was just kind of odd to me. It was kind of lackluster. Like it's weird. It's just one of those things. But it's just just okay. Just okay for me. Nothing special, nothing great. I'd probably see it again, but just like background.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I can do it in the theater again though. Yeah, but you're right though. I wish for my first viewing it would have been the Dolby. The big screen, the visuals, the clarity of the color, plus the 60 some odd speakers blaring on you.
They have so many moments of this powerful bass. It's good in theaters, but a Dolby theater would really just take it that next step forward. Just feeling your seat rumble and stuff like that. I think that would have made the movie more entertaining. And so, I would have liked to have seen that.
All right, so we'd recommend it. And also, we're doing our review for The Mountain Between Us. You can check that out right now. It's on the White Eye. And then also, don't forget, next week, 7 days from today, we have Jackie Chan, who's taking the role of Liam Neeson in Taken, but it's his movie now, and it's gonna be The Foreigner. And we also have what's the one where the girl dies over and over again?
Happy Death Day?
Yes, Happy Death Day, which I personally think that actually looks pretty good too. So if you want to come to either of those, comment below, let us know, and we'll be back in 7 days. And Dallas, it was an honor, sir. It was an honor.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And for Chasing Cinema, who wasn't able to make it today, Chasing Cinema is known as
the Film Lovers website.